The Plympton Podcast.
Right, well, joining me on the programme today is Amber Haig. Now, Amber, you're about to set up a new business here in the area. Tell us about it.
So it is called Daisy Chains Healthcare. We are opening our very first adult daycare centre to help support adults with learning difficulties and elderly who need respite or somebody to, keep them company.
Right, and what sort of need do you think there is for this in the area?
I think there's a big need in Plympton. There are a few daycare centres in the Plymouth area, but not many in Plympton. And a lot of the people that live in Plympton don't actually want to leave Plympton to go to Plymouth. It's quite far for an elderly person to travel, especially if they don't have any transport, or even if they have to get the bus. It is quite a journey into Plymouth. So I think it's something that's needed in the Plympton area.
And I think you've acquired a new building to be the home for this venture.
We have, yes. So we've taken on the old Jehovah's Witness Hall on Station Road, which is a big, large, open-plan community hall as such, which provides us with a big facility. We've had a kitchen fitted into the community hall because the kitchen was a little bit on the small side for what we needed. There's a lovely, massive garden area, ample of parking. It's right in the heart of Plympton, so it's accessible to everybody that lives here, really.
And what sort of practical facilities will actually be provided during the daycare at the centre?
So we aim to kind of work our facilities around what the clients would like to do, but obviously, certainly, we've put in an air hockey table, we've got a pool table, we've got the, general books, games, entertainment. I've taken on a member of staff that is actually an entertainer, so we can have live music, they can sing, they can play the guitar, lots of different things that they can do. We've got gardening activities, cookery clubs, anything really that they want to do that they would normally do in a normal environment, just that obviously a lot of people need help and support, and that's what we're here for.
And how will this work? Are all the events things that you will do in-house, so to speak, or will you be open to other organisations coming in and providing certain key aspects?
Oh, no, we'll definitely be open to other organisations coming in. I'm a very community-led person myself anyway, so, I'd be looking to liaise with lots of people, and get other establishments in, such as, people that have animals, to bring animals into the centre, other people that do different types of entertainment, anything really. I'm open to any suggestions or ideas if anybody wants to contact us, to get involved.
And what is the sort of demographic of person you're trying to attract to come forward as a client?
We'd like to kind of run it by two scenarios, really. One, the adults with learning difficulties, but also as well, we want to target against the elderly with maybe onset dementia, who are not quite ready to go into a home environment, but still need to get out and need a little bit of support because, they're experiencing things, somewhere where families need respite, just where they can come to us for the day instead of going into a home where they don't get to go home at the end of the day.
Now, you've got an open weekend coming up this very weekend. What are you looking to achieve there?
Hopefully, obviously, because we're brand new, it just gives people an opportunity to be able to come in and see what we're about, so that they can meet us face to face. Obviously, with a brand new company, it's not established. You don't really know an awful lot about it. So by having that face to face contact, they can actually come and see what they're buying into, what they're, what they're going to get when they're here, really.
And how is this funded? Are clients having to pay fees to take up these services, or is there some sort of social funding for it?
Clients can get social funding. Obviously, that would be down to their personal social workers to help sort that funding out. We can also we can take private clients. So we'd be looking at obviously speaking to the individual families to find out what their circumstances are, and then we can help point them in the direction as to whether they would fall in the category of a private client or whether they would be entitled to any funding that's available.
And when are you actually looking for this service to start? Are you being held back by COVID restrictions, or is this an activity that can go ahead right away?
At the moment, we are able to open next week with limited guidelines. Obviously, with COVID, we're not able to reach full capacity, but we are allowed to open on limited numbers. We've chosen to take a smaller amount. Being a new company, we wanted to make sure that we could facilitate not only the COVID restrictions, but, getting to know our clients first because obviously we are brand new. So we kind of took both situations into account and decided to go with the lower amount. And as we grow and as we, get bigger then and the COVID restrictions drop, then we'll start taking more and more clients.
Now, you're catering to different sorts of people. You're looking for people who are lonely, people who've got mental health issues, who might have learning disabilities, and also those with dementia. Are there going to be sort of breakout areas for different types of people, or is everyone mixing in together?
No, so initially we're looking to have them on different days.
I see.
So we'll allocate a set couple of days for adults with learning difficulties and then another few days for the elderly and people with dementia.
Once COVID restrictions are over, what sort of capacity can you have?
The hall can take between 40 and 50 people. We might not go to that extent because we might not feel comfortable having that amount, but certainly in terms of compliance, we are able to take that amount of people.
Now, you were saying you're looking for people to come forward with or you were going to be having entertainment put on. If there's someone listening to this who's got a proposition about entertainment for your clients, would you be interested in hearing what they have to offer?
Oh, yes. We'd be interested in anything that's out there. There might be things that we've never heard of before that actually might really appeal to us. So we would welcome anybody to come forward, and let themselves known to us.
So what was the sort of catalyst for you setting this up?
I've done health and social care for a long, long time. I started when I was 16 when I left school. I've done different variants of health and social care, worked with mental health, worked with children, worked with elderly. I also run my own charity supporting survivors of child abuse. So health and social care is in my heart. It's my career. It's the only thing I really know, actually. So obviously in terms of wanting a business for myself, it made sense for me to do this. And I've worked in health and social care, and I've always felt that I'm a little bit held back because it doesn't belong to you where you work. You work for somebody else, so you have to follow their rules, their guidelines. And I always wanted to do a bit more and a bit more. And so I always knew that eventually I would have my own. And it's kind of either I've got to do this or I'm never going to do this, so I'm doing it.
Yeah. And you were targeting, or you were mentioning you're wanting to attract people from Plympton. Is that solely your sort of geographic area of operation, or can people come in from other parts of Plymouth?
We welcome anybody from any other parts of Plymouth. I mean, obviously, we are based in Plympton because this is the premises that we found, and I've lived in Plympton for a long time, so it kind of made sense. I know the area. But yes, certainly, we welcome anybody from any area.
And if this takes off, will you look to roll it out at other venues, or are you sort of going to be concentrating where you are?
No. I'll be looking to open a second and a third, and my long-term goal is to have my own care home.
Right. But with the weekend you've got coming up, the open day this weekend, do people need to book for that, or can they just turn up?
No. Obviously, in line with the government guidelines, we're not allowed any walk-ins. They have to pre-book the session. So, we've had to tell family and friends that unfortunately they're not able to attend because it's not essential for them to be here. And obviously we can only take bookings for people that are looking for respite because that is an essential part of their life. A lot of people are stuck at home now, and some families that have family members with additional needs or, onset dementia, they are not getting the respite that they need because they're not allowed out. So obviously we are allowed to welcome them here because they're coming to potentially book in with us if they like the facilities. So it's going to be a very strange open day, unlike any other we've ever had anywhere. So we kind of have to just do what we can do on a lower scale, I guess.
Yeah. So this is happening on Sunday. What times can people book in for?
We are open from 10 till 4. I am already booked out for the whole entire morning, so we have a few afternoon sessions available. And if it gets to the point where we, are fully booked and we still have clients that are wanting to come, we are looking to roll it over onto the Monday to make availability for people to come in then too.
And if there are people who have travel problems or don't feel confident to venture out at the moment, is it something they could discuss with you over the phone?
Oh, yeah, sure. And even FaceTime, with the technology that's out there, we'd be more than happy to take a Zoom call or to answer their questions via email, telephone, FaceTime. Obviously some people don't want to venture out until, they're told that they can or until they feel safe. Some people, obviously, with the clients that we're asking for, are very vulnerable, aren't they?
Yeah. So how can people get in touch then, either to discuss what you have to offer or to book into the afternoon open session?
Yep, so we have all the normal. We have our centre telephone number and email address. We also have a Facebook page on our media, which is linked directly to our emails, so they can contact us through there.
Okay, and is there a phone number?
01752 342 134.
Well, Amber, I hope this goes well for you, and thank you for spending some time out today to tell us about it.
Oh, thank you very much for your time too.
The Plympton Podcast.